I'm Kaylee Raber, and we are very excited to welcome you to Dementia Lab 2021. 2020 has been a year of challenges and changes, I think, for many of us, and there were certainly moments where we weren't sure if this conference would happen. And so all of those challenges have made us especially pleased to be finally kicking off Dementia Lab 2021 with all of you. We welcome to the conference people living with dementia, carers and caregivers, health professionals, designers, artists, researchers, and students. Although we're not able to physically gather in one place, we hope that through the scheduled talks and workshops, you'll be able to connect and learn with one another in a meaningful way. We are hosting this conference, albeit virtually, from Emily Carr University of Art and Design in Vancouver, Canada. Although we often refer to this place as Vancouver, we want to acknowledge that Emily Carr University is located on the unceded traditional and ancestral territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people. These are Coast Salish Indigenous lands that were never actually ceded or legally signed away to Canada. As such, it's really important that we acknowledge whose land this is and the history of this place, recognizing that Indigenous people today continue to face systemic racism and health inequities, something certainly close in our minds as we consider how we care for our aging populations.
As we kick off Dementia Lab 2021, we invite you to join us for 15 talks and 17 workshops, all centered around how we can use design and creative methods to uncover, support, and amplify the abilities of people with dementia. Supporting ability in the past year has taken on lots of new forms, and we've all had to adapt to working and collaborating in ways that we haven't done so before, facing unforeseen challenges, and really just making the best of it. The next 2 weeks of conversations will hopefully be an opportunity to discuss new ways of working in light of COVID and the necessity for virtual engagement in these times. We have a fantastic partner in Springer for this conference who will be publishing the proceedings, but we also acknowledge that an academic journal comes with many barriers to full participation. So we have decided in that spirit to create a non-academic unconference publication in the form of a conference zine. And the zine will document moments and highlights from this year's conference. We will pull content and quotes from all of the sessions to incorporate into this publication. And print copies of the conference zine can be ordered through our website. Additionally, we'll be inviting conference attendees to join us in co-creating the zine, which will take the form of really informal conversations around many of the themes discussed during the conference, and that will take place on Tuesday, January 26th, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. PST. We ask that you please sign up for the workshop if you'd like to contribute your experiences and conference reflections to the zine. The Springer proceedings for the conference, including the academic papers from all of our talk presenters, will also be available to you, and we will email everyone with details of how to access those. So we also have the conference website, and on the calendar page, you'll see all the scheduled activities with detailed descriptions under the events. Please remember that registration for the workshops is separate from the general conference ticket, and we still have spots available, so it's not too late to join in the fun. On the access page, you'll find a Zoom guide for participants and a community agreement for the conference. On the news page, you'll also find a community bulletin board, and we would really encourage you to add to the board so that others can learn about your work and maybe see some of the reflections from the conference too, as well as upcoming events.
We want to quickly just take a minute to thank all of the sponsors for this conference, as well as everybody who's helped us to organize the event. It's been a really nice collaboration with the founders from the Lucas School of Arts and our colleagues at Eindhoven and our team here at Emily Carr, as well as some of our community members living with dementia who have joined us in planning this conference. So thank you to everybody. If you have any questions over the course of the next 2 weeks, please feel free to reach out and email us. And otherwise, we really hope that you enjoy the talks, that you engage in conversation, you connect with people you've maybe worked with before, and many new faces that hopefully you'll see in the little Zoom boxes on your screen. And we're now really pleased to sort of turn things over to the Imagination Network.
name is Joyce Foyle. And okay, I'm supposed to talk louder, Bill says. Hi, I'm Joyce Foyle, and I've been a member for how many years? Quite a few years. I love going there. It's so much fun. Okay, am I going on too long?
No, you're supposed to say
I'm Leo White, and this is my dear wife, Gail. We've been married for a number of years, and I don't even know how many anymore.
20.
She says 20.
I remember.
I don't remember. All I know is I got the better part of it.
And I'm 140 years old. No, my name is Margaret, working with you for about 3 years.
Introduce Joan.
And
This is my partner.
I've finally dragged Joan with me because she was always trying to do something else. And then I'd go off and she'd wonder where the heck I am. So here's the both of us.
Hi, I'm Norm.
And hi, I'm Sandy.
Oh, yes.
Not really. No, it's Norm's. It's Norm's parade.
I'm Norm.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
I'm Norm.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'll give my mom space then, or pros?
Oh, no, yeah. Can you hear me? I can.
Take a little while. Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you?
It's just because of, sorry, Dolph, you froze there. It says that it's recording us. Oh, I guess you want to hide the little thing of yourself. Hi.
Hi, my name's Marguerite, and this is my daughter Tegan next to me.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Thank you very much. My name is Sadie. Sadie Watt, or Sarah Watt if it's Sunday. The rest of the week it's just Sadie Watt. And this is my daughter Sandra, my number one child. There's another two of them as well. But at the minute I'm looking after her and she's looking after me.
Margaret Gabriel, and I'm married to my wonderful husband Lee. What else do you want me to say? I have 3 children and six grandchildren. I've been a film editor as well at CBC. I've done a few things.
And a painter.
And I paint.
And an aromatherapist.
And aromatherapy.
And a bookstore owner.
Bookstore owner, done a few things.
Hi, I'm Trotty, and this is my husband, and then you try to remember my name. What is my name?
I think it's Ulrich.
Okay, good.
Hi, I'm Traudy, and this is my husband. Oh my goodness. Hi, this is...
No, hi, I am Trowdy.
Hi, I am Traudy, and this is my husband, Ulrich.
Hello, welcome to Raising the Curtain on Dementia Lab. It is Monday, January 18th at 9:39 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we are coming to you live from the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Sechelt First Nations. My name is Chad Hirschler, and I'm the artistic director of the Art Farm, one of 3 organizations that makes up the Imagination Network. We represent 3 fields: arts, that's us, research, that's Douglas College, and healthcare, that's Good Samaritan Society. Over the past 4 years, we have been collaborating on a project called Raising the Curtain that explores the lived experience of dementia through the ideas and creativity of those who are living it. Let me introduce you to my team. So we have been playing games, building puppets, making music, telling stories, doing photography, but most importantly, we've been socializing over tea and cookies. And today, we are raising the curtain on Dementia Lab. So you just met the stars of the show, 8 people from our community living with dementia who are the co-creators of everything you're going to see today. We have a really great show for you. It's a combination of live Zoom intros, kind of like what's happening right now, pre-recorded segments on Zoom, and short films that are made up of footage from when we used to get together in that pre-COVID era. Of course, nowadays, when we meet, it is virtually online in our homes and studios in places like Vancouver and Gibsons and Sechelt. But I'm guessing you're wondering where these places are exactly. And I know I'm wondering where you are. So we have come up with a handy dandy device for just that. It is a real life 3D globe. Chloe, are you there? Reveal yourself. Aha,
hey, Chad. Thanks so much. Yeah, here we are with a handy dandy 3D globe, as you say. So we were going to show where Gibsons is. Gibson, Sechelt, the communities that Chad mentioned are all located on the Sunshine Coast, which is a little bit north of Vancouver on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada. We're going to put that right on there. So we think it's absolutely incredible that this conference is happening and that you, our audience out there, are watching the show today from all around the world. We would love to get a sense of this global community to create a physical representation of this moment in time. Dementia Lab 2021. So we want to know where you're watching the show from today. We love to do projects like this and along the way create artifacts of our time being together.
Well, that is such an awesome idea, Chloe. Tell me how we get involved.
Yeah, thanks. So if you're watching the show today, logged into a Google account, you can comment right into the YouTube chat to tell us your location. Otherwise, we would love if you sent an email to info@dementialabconference.com to tell us your location, and we're going to add it to the globe.
Oh, amazing. So everyone just send in the names of the towns, cities, countries that you're watching this from, and it's going to end up on that globe in that cool way. Right on. So how are we going to see the results of this?
Yeah, so we'll visit myself and the globe a few times throughout our show today, and we'll update you where everybody is watching from.
Oh, amazing. Well, I can't wait for these global updates, Chloe. We'll see you later on in the show. So long for now.
Thanks so much, Chad.
Okay, indeed, we are doing Dementia Lab all around the world, but today we are coming to you from these lands. So I would like to introduce to you a good friend and collaborator, Metsa, Candice Campo. Candice is a knowledge carrier, storyteller, artist extraordinaire from the Sechelt and Squamish First Nations, and she is here to welcome us all to this gathering and to the lands that we are broadcasting from. Candice, I will hand the Zoom microphone over to you and retreat into the wings.
Wonderful. Olnoms, Chad. I te kwikwi uk messiah. I te kwikwi uk messiah te Swia to Salewatooth e Musqueam e Squamish e Sisha Skalamok. Good morning. My ancestral name is Metsa, and I welcome you all, family and friends, to the homelands of the tribes Salewatooth, Musqueam, Squamish, and Sechelt. I am a Sechelt community member, and it is my deepest honor to welcome you all, family and friends, at the SWIA of the international community to the Dementia Lab. I'd like to take this moment to honor you and your families and to also share with you that I also honor today my mother, Rosemarie Clark, Haratatwa, who is a mother that raised our family, my brothers and sisters, with the utmost love, compassion, insight, and mentorship. Our mother was diagnosed with dementia when she was in her 50s, and even through that period, she was our guide and our true north, and we have the deepest love and respect for her, and we extend that love and respect to you and your families. Ol noms chalap uk messiah. Thank you all, family and friends. Hoi.
Candace, thank you so much. It is so important in times like these, I find, for us to ground ourselves in story and sharing, and I'm grateful as always for that from you. So
you're most welcome.
We will we'll see you at the conference.
Sounds great. Bye-bye.
All right. I am now going to introduce to you a song that has become a kind of theme song for us here at Raising the Curtain. It is called Why Are We Doing This? So this song was stitched together from excerpts of conversations that we had with our participants that was documented by our research team. And two artists then arranged these quotes into songs and composed music to go along with them. So we started learning these songs together before the pandemic hit, but then plans had to change, so the learning continued on Zoom. We scheduled Zoom recording sessions and asked all the participants to sing the lines from the song, and then we edited the song together to try to make it seem like we were all singing in the same room. So why are we doing this? Well, we came to this project because something didn't feel right about the way we're engaging with dementia in our homes and in our communities. We're not experts. We are learning as we go. We are part of a growing global movement, yourselves included, that is changing the way we engage with dementia. Now, one thing we have learned over and over is to let go of any preconceived notions of how things are going to go or should go, and to just listen. So today I invite you to do just that. All right, let's roll it.
People say, oh, poor you.
I say, what's so poor about me?
People who want to know me have to know sometimes I blank.
It's the only life I've got. I don't want to sit and moan.
I am more at ease.
I'm almost happier than I was.
Why are we doing this? Sharing our experience of living our lives with dementia. We want to be seen for who we are and who we've been. We are more than dementia. I think my generation's not going to take this lying down. Love is at the center,
that we use it, that we learn.
I try to stay connected.
Other take away the fear.
So I'm making friends.
I feel included while I'm here.
Why are we doing this?
Sharing our experience
Of living our lives with dementia.
We want to be
For
seen.
who we are and who we've been.
We are more than dementia.
important that I stand
and say what I mean. It's like I've lost control.
To someone else who wants to steer.
I think I need to learn to be creative with this year. I want to be with people
who are kind and loving and free.
Why are we doing this?
Sharing our experience
Of living our lives with dementia.
We want to be seen.
Who we are and who we've been.
We are more than
dementia.
We need another word for dementia.
So
let's raise the curtain on dementia.
Yeah, both.
All right. Hello, welcome to our Zoom room. Hi, let's all introduce ourselves. My name is Sarah. I'm on the artist team for the Imagination Network, and I live and work, mostly in my apartment right now in Vancouver in the unceded territories of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh. And I'm joined here by
Tom. Hi, I'm Tom. I'm also an artist facilitator, and we live together. And let's send it over to our research assistant.
Can we hear you?
Hi, my name is Roger. I'm part of the research team of Raising the Curtain, and I live here in Vancouver as well. I'm going to send it over to Marguerite and Tegan.
Marguerite and Tegan.
It's being passed to me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Seashelt, and part of this group, I guess, that have dementia, and also facilitators that are with us and help us, I guess, get used to this state of being.
I'm Tegan. I'm her daughter and care partner in this project.
Excellent. And over to Joan and Margaret.
Joan and Margaret.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize she was here.
Beautiful as ever.
We've had
Gorgeous.
a great time with them. It must be, 3 or 4 years. And I think it has been an exceptional thing to have, to start out like that and bring people together and the camaraderie and so on like that. So I think I'm very privileged to be part of it.
Wow, that was a nice speech.
Yeah.
That was a nice speech considering it was Margaret.
Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. I think we all get that privilege.
Stop fighting.
Why can't we get along? Just kidding. So when we started meeting like this group on Zoom in September, it became apparent right away that Zoom lent itself very well to communicating through telling stories. Mm-hmm. And Marguerite and Margaret started swapping tales from adventures in their lives, different episodes, and they were supplemented by details and photographs provided by Tegan and Joan. And when Tom and myself and Rajan met and reflected on all that we'd been hearing, we thought, oh my goodness, these women are amazing trailblazers and really good storytellers to boot. And so we thought, how can we bring their stories to life in this visual medium of Zoom? And we hit on comic strips, especially, most particularly, we were inspired by the origin stories of superheroes. So we brought this idea to our group and everybody loved it, but nobody necessarily wanted to be the drawers. So Tom and I tried our hands at the drawing, and we started drawing their stories as comic book panels. And then we would show them to Margaret and Marguerite on Zoom, and they would say, yeah, but it was a little bit more like this. And so we winkled out the details, and then we sent the panels in the mail to Marguerite and Tegan and Joan and Margaret, and they added more details and color. And here we go. Margaret and Marguerite are everyday superheroes.
Hey, Margaret.
Marguerite, were you always so fearless? You almost always seem to be the only woman doing what you are doing.
Well, I ended up in the Yukon because I got a job. And I heard about it in the newspaper. I applied for it because it paid a whole lot more than the other ones. Paid for school and all that stuff. And an adventure. So I went up to the Yukon as a swimming instructor in a portable pool program. The pool was made out of plastic and metal, 20 feet wide, maybe 40 feet long or something. But it was enough, you know. It was a small community, 600 people, if that. I met he became my husband. This is Michael. So Michael was on the fire cruise, and I had told me about it. I was going to art school, so I was looking for a summer job that paid a lot of money. So they brought me up to the tower. It was, I think, 65 feet tall. You had to climb up the middle and climb in. And they gave me maps and radios and stuff, and then they left. I had done a short little course on working in fire lookouts and firefighting, but now it was just me. I would report the weather 3 times a day and watch for fires. And then back in Ontario, I was a city councillor for 15 years, quite a while. And I was the only woman on council. I was on the brown fields, which are contaminated sites, and nobody had done a thing about them. They never wanted to touch it because it was not sexy. Who cares about the poor part of town if it goes up in flames? I made a hell of a noise. The male counselors would go after me in the pettiest ways. It wasn't very pleasant.
You're too aggressive.
You make too many faces.
You're just not dressed right.
It was another phase of my life, which I think is a pretty difficult one, very, very challenging one, and one that a lot more women should try to, I don't know how to, but do it or support somebody that's doing it. Help them do it. We need to be at that table. I got all these beautiful secondhand pantsuits at Value Village. It was a great place to run into my constituents as well. And I was known for riding to city council meetings every week on my old bicycle in power suits with my pearls. And they were real. My father had given them to me when I was 18. I believe in moving forward.
And Margaret, what about you? What set you on your path?
Well, I'd graduated from first year university, and a lot of us wanted to be in nursing. So there was a group of us, and they lined us up. Cars were brought in from all over the city and carried 2 of us and a child to move into the new residence. I got divorced and wanted to leave. So we moved up to the West Coast. When I got a nursing job, it was a fresh start. So I arrived late
Vancouver.
one day into Vancouver, and because of the traffic and so on, I couldn't get there in time. And I was told, I'm sorry, but your position has been taken. And that was a shock, because then I had no money at all and just had to lean on some friends that I had to try and figure out what to do. And they were wonderful friends, so obviously helped. Yeah, I mean, then what do you do? I mean, I had a job and I had everything and my family was all back there, and then what do you do? So I had a friend out there, and we started to try and figure out, because she was a nurse as well. So that's what we had to start with. What do I do? I was not impressed with the stigma and lack of compassion and support that was offered to survivors of the breast cancer. So, I mean, they were pretty rough. They would just come in, and women that were having this breast cancer surgery were devastated, absolutely devastated. It's a clothing catering to people with breast cancer, because just about everybody that came cried, and they had to have their breast removed, and it was, some of them didn't survive, so it's a very sad time. But we don't like sad times, so we try to be happy. And it was beautiful. You see, some of the stores that they were told to go to would be downtown and in an elevator up into a rough-looking little room, and they said, "This is what we have here for you," and it just was poor, really poor. I had breast cancer. That's what started it all. So. When you have what somebody else has, then there's no need to have to tell others, because they know too. So it's almost like, I like the expression bosom buddies. That's what we call them, bosom buddies. People would then come in basically just to talk. And that's how it got this group. They've got this picture. And we'd have times where they could all, so, it wasn't like you were alone at that point. It was like, there's lots of others here that we can talk to. And we go into their home too and talk to them.
Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the wonderful comic strips and stories of Marguerite's and Margaret's life. We had some technical issues, so it sounded a little garbly on our end, but they are their life stories. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of reiterate what Margaret, you said before about that. We've been lucky to have just really good chemistry in this group and really good camaraderie, and it's always just been a joy to meet every week and just share a laugh and develop these really great stories. Yeah. How do you guys feel? Chesky?
I'm impressed with you too.
No,
really.
it's been very good. It's been fun. It's wonderful to see you, meet with you every week online, and that's good.
Yeah.
It's been a nice new way for us to interact as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to learn new things about each other.
Exactly.
And to get to know Margaret and Joan has been.
And we got to meet you, Tegan. Thank you very much for knowing you. It's lovely to know you, dear.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have a tea or something at our house.
That's right.
That's the truth.
When it's safe to do so, and
when it's safe
Dr.
to do so,
Henry
we'll do
says we
that.
can get together.
Yeah. And we've got a big yard, so that's good too.
That's a plus.
Nice.
We've got to put our masks on at the end of this.
That's the truth.
We go out.
Back on.
That's right.
I just wanted to thank you both so much, well, all four of you, for your generosity in the sharing that you do and the inspiration that you have brought all of us with your bravery, the stories that you tell and the way you tell them. They sit with me and they constantly inspire me. Thank you for being such strong leaders.
And I know
Thank you. And for all of you too. I mean, it's been a very nice, wonderful experience to do this every week and say hi, and it's good. Thank you.
I know Rajan, who is on our research team, wanted to say something, but her audio isn't working right now. So Sarah May
That's
Redmond
her
is
right
going
there.
to paraphrase it.
Well, what Rajan has shared with us in the past of her feelings is that when she is considering if she's brave enough to apply for that new job, she thinks about Margaret coming across the country and losing the position she thought she had and having to reinvent her life and the bravery that takes. And so she thinks, well, if Margaret can do that, I can apply for this job. And with Marguerite, she thinks, if Marguerite could be as brave as she was, being the only woman in the city council room, bringing forth and standing for the poor neighborhoods that she was representing, then, well, why can't we try too? That's what you were all about, bringing other women to the table. Really, really appreciate that sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you,
that.
Rajan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done.
Yeah.
So you'll have to come and climb up a tower one of these days, huh?
Hey, look who just joined us. It's Chloe.
Hey.
Hi, you guys.
Over to the globe.
Oh, thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for for all of your everything. See you all later.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It's so nice to see you all. All right, we're going to do a global update here. Wow, we have so many people writing in already. We've got Eindhoven, Netherlands in there, Bristol, UK. I have family near there. California, US, Toronto, Canada. Brisbane, Australia down there too. So we're still working on this. Please, you can continue to write in and tell us where you're watching the show from, either in the chat or at info@dementialabconference.com. Thank you. We'll keep adding. It's time for me to introduce our next piece, which is a short film from our research team. The Imagination Network comes from 3 spheres of work, which are research, arts, and healthcare. The next piece tells the story of Raising the Curtain project from the researcher's perspective. Thank you.
A glimpse into our research approach at Raising the Curtain. Raising the Curtain integrates academic, healthcare, and artistic perspectives to change the way we view and experience dementia in our communities. This video gives an overview of the research aspect of the project. Raising the Curtain employs community-based participatory research approaches and community-engaged arts practice to explore the following research questions. What is the lived experience of dementia? In what ways does participating in community-engaged arts help express the experience of living with dementia? And how does working collaboratively and creatively build social inclusion? Our work involves team-building practices, art exploration activities using a range of media, open discussions about the experience of dementia, and social gatherings to foster a sense of community and fun. To measure the impact of Raising the Curtain, we interview the participants and gather data to assess the impact of their involvement on their experiences of inclusion, citizenship, and their health and well-being. We also collect data from team members to understand the impact of the project on their knowledge of lived experience of dementia, on their collaborative approach, and on their respective professional practices in the context of aging and dementia. We compare people's responses and group them into codes and themes to help us understand our research questions. The themes are used to inform artistic creation, and the artistic creation process is used in turn to further expand and refine the themes. Throughout the process, we work with the research participants to ensure that our emerging analyses accurately reflect their lived experiences. We believe that collaboration between people with lived experience of dementia, researchers, healthcare workers, and artists can disrupt dementia stereotypes, reduce stigma, build public awareness, and create new social ties among people with lived experience of dementia and their broader communities. Thanks for listening. You can follow our project at imaginationnetwork.org. Feel free to drop us a line. We look forward to staying in touch.
Welcome. Welcome to our Zoom room. We are here live with you on the Sunshine Coast. Langell, most of us, that is, that you see. I'm Sandy Buck. I am one of the artists on the Raising the Curtain project. And in my screen to the left, I see Lee and Margaret. Hi, give us a wave.
Yes, yeah.
And then on my other side, I see Rolf. Hi, Rolf. And then Sadie and Sandra. Hi there. And Rajan. Okay, we can only see this awesome picture of Rajan. She's been with us. And of course, in this awesome day and age of technology, there's still problems. So her sound is not working right now. But I'm here to tell you that what you're going to see next is a short compilation of videos video Zooms that we spent 4 months continuing to keep engaged with this 2D technology. During our gatherings, we quickly learned that this screen was a bit limiting, and it was really hard for people with dementia to stay engaged. So we thought of other ideas that could help us feel present in the moment. And one idea that transpired was, what if we were to open up packages all at the same time? And this was actually something so we tried that. I got together on the art farm with my family. I could actually include my family along with this project. And we got some supplies from our studio, put them all together. And then my teenage daughter and I distributed the packages and then mailed them out. And then when we all gathered again on Zoom, we opened them up. And then we had just a little bit of fun with that. So you're about to see that now, and enjoy. Let's roll the film. Did everybody get their packages?
I didn't.
Yeah, this is your package.
You did? Oh, good. And the idea is to pull one out if you can, without, just see what you get. And it's a shell, yes?
It's a shell.
Ooh, it's a
Yeah.
clothespin.
Lovely feather.
Beautiful fall color.
Nice red shade
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Whatever you're gravitated towards, just does it evoke a story, or what does it make you think of something, or do you want to put it on your head?
And I've got no imagination for all this stuff.
It's
I'm going to call you out on that. I don't believe you, but you can believe that.
Yeah.
Pile or not, we're going to pick one piece of fabric each, and then I guess we'll play with it and see what is inspired by it.
Okay. You should start, Rolf, because you got the biggest imagination. You'll be wearing it, I'm sure.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Hi there. What happened? Did you, or is it from our end or is it from your end we get disconnected?
We didn't do anything at this end.
No.
It could be here because we're having problems with our TV. It keeps on stopping sometimes, so it might be something to do with Tellus here. I got to call them.
This is so incredibly soft. It's just like, oh, it's like it. I don't know if you can see it, but it feels like a kitten.
Yeah.
Feels like a kitten.
Yeah.
There he's wearing his cat hat.
Yeah.
Cat hat.
Oh, yes.
Really suits you. Yeah.
So what kind of a card hand do we have? We've got a pair of 9 of hearts,
I
Jack of
win.
hearts, we
We
have
win.
King of hearts.
Jack.
I got a king too.
King of hearts.
King.
I'd throw some big money on this hand.
What does your card make you think of, Sadie? What color? What do you have? You have a.
It's a 10 of hearts.
Ten
10
of
of hearts. He made some tart. Now the knave of the Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer's day. The knave of hearts, he stole those tarts and took them right away.
Beautiful. That's great. I haven't heard that.
It's a game we used to play with balls up against the wall.
Oh, with the rhythm.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's this one?
I don't know.
Oh, this one's real gold. My goodness.
Oh, nice.
Real gold. Oh. Okay. Take this off. Whoa. Real gold.
I like that look for you, Margaret. That's lovely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
This way it reflects Margaret's. She's the one in the light. I'm just the one sitting behind.
Oh, yeah.
This makes me think of like a Dutch master's painting or something. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
17th century. It just.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we come to a Zoom meeting, we have to look as fabulous as this. A couple more screenshots.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Excellent.
Well done, Bill. This is all about looking at at how can we connect and finding new ways to connect.
Mm-hmm.
In part dealing with the pandemic, but also, it's got deeper roots in the issue of the lived experience of dementia and how isolation happens, and trying to find ways of breaking through that isolation. So if there's games that come up or things that we could do that anybody thinks of.
Oh, the nose. Oh, yeah.
There
the
we
nose.
are.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Okay.
there's your mouth, eh?
Here we are.
We see your mouth.
Joyce, if this was a TV show, wait a second.
I'd turn it off really quick.
Where do we go from here? Like, this is awesome.
I think we go out dancing.
I think we go out dancing. Yes. It's a disco party, everybody. Yeah, everybody.
Nice.
Welcome to Raising the Curtain. We are. Hey, we're back live. Wow, that was so much fun to watch. And while we were watching, we were all enjoying our tea and cookies, which is an essential part of our gathering. And now, Rajan, are you with us?
Yes, you can't see me, but I'm here.
Okay. Well, I'm drinking here. Oh, actually, as you can see, this is my trickster. I drew him on my cup. So he's Coyote, and he is with us all the time, especially on Zoom, because he's making things like Raj and Screen go away. But inside, it's actually coffee, which helps me keep present in the moment, and it makes me feel alive. Raj, what are you drinking?
You can't see it, but I have a cup of coffee bigger than the size of my head, and I'm feeling so caffeinated, it's beautiful.
Lee, what are you drinking? Lee and Margaret.
We're drinking tea. Tea with milk, and we're eating Walker's fruit and lemon biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
Yummy.
Yum.
I'll take some of that. Thank you. And Sadie and Sandra, what are you drinking this morning? Well,
Drinking tea. Half Irish and half Scottish, so I'm drinking tea. And I just have some water with fresh lemon in it. Keep me sharp.
that sounds very healthy. That's awesome. I should remember that. And Rolf, not last but not least, what are you having this morning? I see the sunshine is coming in bright and
yes, the sun is shining now. It's wonderful. I'm drinking, well, it's now lukewarm hot chocolate. So lukewarm chocolate, but any temperature, it's just my little treat of the day. And as was said, the tea and cookies time, when we would gather in person was such an important time for us. Like we'd be doing all the creativity and the art, and then we'd get a chance to stop and just sort of connect. And we develop these wonderful, heartfelt connections, and we'd check in with how people are doing. We'd just be in the moment, which was such a valuable time for all of us, and is really sort of where we came from with the idea of opening the packages, and also addressing several of our partners brought up concerns about the Zoom just being really problematic. It's problematic for everybody, but for those with the lived experience of dementia, it can be even especially more difficult. So that's why, Sandy came up with the idea of opening the packages and just being present and finding that sense of connection. And so again, with the tea and cookies, it's the time where we listen to what each other has to share or concerns they might have. And I know, Lee, that you've shared some thoughts about what we need to look at in terms of the partner's role as the condition progresses. And maybe this is something for the world out there, and all the people that are working on this could just hear from one of the partners for a second.
Well, this is a great project, but several friends of mine who are caring for partners who have gone into care, they don't feel part of the team. Sometimes people have anger issues, sometimes they have feeding issues. I think that caregivers should be considered an essential part of the team in care facilities. This is missed out and it's very painful for the caregivers and for the people being cared for. And it seems even in the pandemic, I think they could be doing things more to get the caregivers involved.
That's great. That's a really important point, Leigh. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, and these are the kinds of things that we develop in our connection, Tea and Cookies, and by connecting on Zoom. Yeah, so thanks again, Leigh. And let's hand it over to Chloe in the Globe.
Thank you guys for going live with us today. Beautiful to see you.
Your video's off.
Let's see. I'm going to have to turn it a little bit to read it here. We have people coming in from all over the world. We've got Hasselt, Belgium, Bristol, UK, Budapest, Hungary, Porto, Portugal. Oh my goodness, Maryland, US, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Appleton, Wisconsin. We had somebody write into us from India as well. So incredible to see. We're going to continue this on, actually. So if you haven't written us, you can still send an email to info@dementialabconference.com. We'll photograph the globe and we'll post it on the community notice board. You can learn more about our work at imaginationnetwork.org. Thank you, guys. I'd love to take a moment now just to say thank you so much to the Dementia Lab conference organizers, also to our participants and their care partners for doing this project, but especially going live with us today. And thank you to our audience for participating in this cool project. It's time for me to cue up our last sharing of the day, which is another one of our original theme songs, accompanied by a video montage. So the lyrics from this are direct quotes from our participants that have been written into a song, and then we recorded our participants singing them over Zoom calls to create a virtual choir. This piece is entitled How It Is. We hope you enjoy it, and also the rest of Dementia Lab Conference. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Brother King told me,
Roll with the punches.
oh yeah,
Don't be such a wimp.
I guess the old saying is,
Oh yeah,
you got to play the game,
with the cards you are dealt, that's it.
oh yeah, that's how it goes.
That's how it is. Oh yeah. What do you do? You have to accept it.
My mother had the same thing, passed it down to me. Oh yeah, I'm not so grateful, but at least I'm happy. Oh yeah, so that's the way it goes. If I get crazier, let me know.
That's how it goes. That's how it is. Oh yeah.
What do you do?
Have to accept it.
Having friends is so important.
I'm happier than I used to be. The more we stay involved, the better we're gonna feel.
Take a look at it.
All of us get out alive.
Oh
no. Gonna do what I wanna do. Gonna take my time. Oh yeah. It's in your face each morning. There's no reason to fight.
put in the time.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sense of warmth, like a second home, all right.
Oh, yeah. You want to make it better? Try, 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 try. That's how it goes. That's how it is. Oh, yeah. What do you do? You have to accept it.
That's how it goes.
That's how it is. Oh, yeah. What do you do? You have to accept it. That's how it goes.
That's how it is.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
You have to accept it. That's how it goes. That's how it is. Oh, yeah. What do you do? You have to accept it.
We sing this all the time here at home.
I love doing it.
Good.
That's the best point.
Don't expect too much.
Perfect.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Memory's not like it was. Other than that, I'm fine. Everything else seems to be working not too badly.
I'm glad to hear it.
You want cookies first.
I know. Where's the union break?
Yeah.
Can I
Where do I get my cookie?
talk to Chad?
Yeah, we gotta get back to Christensen Village with all the goodies.
tea. Oh, tea time.
Oh, you mean we're not done?
No. Now it's time for the hard part.
I didn't hear you at all. I think you cut out there.
Okay, so just hang on a sec there. I'm going to use my cell phone here.
Oh, you sound great now.
Oh, we do? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So
Okay,
good.
well, let's go again then. Some of us get out alive. Oh, some of us get out alive?
None of us.
Oh, okay.
Great tune.
Unrehearsed.
Good.
Unrehearsed, I know. On the fly.
Amazing.
Okay.
Stitch it together and see what we get.
What?
Yeah.
That's a good ending.
Be serious, he's recording this, for heaven's sake.
That's all you got for me today?
That's it.
That's all we got.
Hey, hallelujah.